Do I look cracked and goated right now? Okay. Oh my God. I just recorded a video for another song. I did the whole thing. It was like half an hour and I forgot to hit record. Okay. Let's get into this thing, boys. This song is called Deja Vu. If you don't already know it, go stream it right now. The link is in the description, of course. It just came out this last week and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's hit that 1K on Spotify. You know what I mean? Like hit that repeat button. Hit it on loop. Leave it on loop all night. Get those streams up. Okay, let's get into Deja Vu. So the first thing I started out with was some chord progression on guitar, and I wasn't really digging it by itself, so I wanted to kind of mess with it. That ended up turning into this super gated guitar riff. And that is pretty much the basis for the rest of the track, all of the verses as well. Ugh! In the intro, I kind of fade everything in. So you hear that guitar first, and then this 808 kind of fades in. It's super, super low and filtered. It's kind of hard to hear. And these drums come in as well, right off the bat. Pretty simple pattern there. And then I had this little phrase of vocals that I didn't end up using. So I figured I'd chop it up and do a bunch of weird stuff to it. So here's how that turned out. Super, super weird, but that's used throughout the song a few times. And then right when that first verse drops in, the bass comes in as well. Everything layered together. Here's how that sounds. And the bass patch here is similar to Medicine. This one's a little bit more distorted and has a little bit more high end. Pretty much loops through that. I have these little vocal chants that kind of come in with a bunch of delay. Kind of fill in more space and more space. And then you jump straight into the pre-chorus where almost everything drops out except for the bass and vocals, really. And then it's the same bass, but filtered right here. Along with this lead with a bunch of reverb. And then the bass and that together. Adds a little bit of tension there, a little bit of automation here. We have this rain ambience. Now it has a gate on it. I can actually take it off. So acts kind of like a riser. There's like a car driving by in the rain. Then I throw the gate on and then I have this little percussion loop that comes in very gradually over this whole build for the pre-chorus. And then as you're going into the chorus, we get this crash that's actually from my personal drum kit. And then we jump straight into the chorus. And I ended up reusing that little guitar lead that we had right here, except it's just kind of one shots, a lot less repetitive. And I'm also adding a reverse of that same kind of leads right back into it. And then the bass is kind of following the similar pattern to the pre-chorus at first, and then it kind of switches up. It's the same movement. Oh! The drums for the chorus are also pretty simple, not really doing too much, just leaving a lot of space for that bass to hit. Here's the drums solo. And then all that layered together is this. Really, really nice. Lots of room for vocals there. And then the instrumental throughout pretty much stays the same, and it kind of consists just of those sections, except for the middle section, which drops into a Rhodes type piano, using Lounge Lizard for this. Super, super smooth. Just that and the vocal solo. Poison because you're you, paralyzed and fear what I always do. Cool. Oh! Yeah, and then for the second buildup, I'm adding a lot more layers to increase the tension even that much more if I possibly can. I have this kick riser. This reversed explosion. And then my favorite part of this whole track is this violin riser. straight out of like Insidious or something. I love it. And then for the second chorus, to keep it a little bit more interesting while still repeating the same chorus, I add in this lead. So here it is without the lead. Waste all my time. And adding the lead in there. Waste all my time. Just a super simple synth sound, just a bunch of reverb, and then I'm distorting the reverb. So you're getting that super long distorted tail. It's very dirty sounding. Thought I knew. And then for the ending, it's the same synth pattern for that lead, just pitched down. And then the piano also comes back in as well. All right, so that's it for the instrumental. Let's move on to the vocals. I personally think it's always interesting to see if your vocals are really driving the beat. Something I've really changed in my music the last year is kind of focusing the instrumental around my vocals other than focusing my vocals around the instrumental. So I think it's always interesting, especially with pop-focused productions like this, is to take your vocals out and then put them back in and see how much they're really adding. So I'm gonna play this section without vocals, and then I'll play a little a cappella, and then I'll throw it all together for you. Pretty empty, not really a lot going on. Here's the vocal. I've been trying to see you, I don't even know if I can. I know you've been going through it, let me just understand. And then all together. I've been trying to see you, I don't even know if I can. I know you've been going through it, let me just understand. And let's get into some of these layers right here. So we got the signature hider. Kind of leads into this section as well. A layer of straight doubles right here, kind of accenting the ending of each line. And then with the vocal. I've been trying to see you, I don't even know if I can. I know you've been going through it, let me just understand. I can't even think of myself anymore. Through it, let me just understand. Just adding little extras like that can make a section even a little bit more catchy. All right, and last thing for the vocals is the chorus. Waste all my time on you. Kiss me, taste deja vu. And then I have these layers right here, 4 layers of vocals, repeating each line and then kind of blending into every other line. And I think it makes it a little bit more interesting to listen to. So here's just the layers by itself. Waste all my time on you. Kiss me, taste deja vu. It's a little bit more boring without those extra layers. I'll play it without the extra layers. Kiss me, taste deja vu. And you. That's a big thing for songwriting, is kind of a question and an answer and a question and an answer. I'm saying the first line and then those layers come in and kind of answer the question. Other than some like reversed reverb right here that kind of leads into each line. Waste all my time on you. Ugh. Yeah, that's all for Deja Vu. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the song. I plan on doing a lot more, especially for future singles, projects, whatever I'm working on. I always love to show off how I'm doing stuff. I want to do more stuff on kind of like songwriting and how I'm setting up my projects. Not necessarily tutorials or anything like that, but I kind of wanted to show my process of how I'm doing things. So maybe you guys can learn something from that. I think this is a pretty good example of that. I also want to do kind of like songwriting videos, how I'm showing my songwriting process, different things like that. Under Fire comes out October 7th. Really excited for everyone to hear it. As an album experience, everything kind of flows into each other, excluding a few tracks, but it's really, it's a nice experience to listen to in one go. So I'll have the links for that below. You can pre-save that right now. I'll have all my links in the description along with my socials. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, it always helps. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.